when you released that album, I knew music was going to be extremely different. I mean, very, very different. Oh, my favorites? It would have to be Pure Honey, Move, America is a Problem, of course, Break My Soul, and that was the one that she came out with. Um, I love Summer Renaissance, and oh, there's just so many I love. Like, I'm such a fan of your album, and I really can't wait to watch your tour, your world tour. Is it next summer, like in the States? Oh, I hope I can make it still. Oh, I'm sorry, Beyonce. Oh, hey there. I didn't see you. I was still talking to Beyonce. Just wait a moment. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. It was nice meeting you too. Oh, hey there. Hey, once again. How are you doing? Oh, me. I'm flourishing. I'm having like dinner, and there's like Beyonce. I was just talking to Beyonce. Girl, who would have thought? Oh, Mr. Obama. Yes, yes. I'm very excited for dinner next week. Yeah, yes. Okay. Okay. Sorry, that was like Barack and Michelle inviting me over for dinner. Can you imagine? Oh, so how are you doing in the new year? What are your resolutions? Oh, so how are you planning on becoming a better person? Oh, oh, okay. Um, have you tried like reading and stuff? Like just picking up a book? No? It's not shipping? It's boring. Suzanne, she just said it was boring. Sorry. So, what's the plan? I mean, you want to see things differently in the new year? 2023, new year, new me. Oh, I saw your story, like posting it, so. What is your plan really? Oh. I actually have a solution for you. Look, have you tried reading? No. I really would recommend reading, which is like, it would really, really help you in like a lot of different ways. Like, I mean, look at where I am today. You could be me. I mean, you can reach this point, but of course you need to have some talent, which I definitely do not lack in. I mean, I'm chasing Beyonce for a world tour. I know. But still, reading is really, really important. Suzanne, can you please give me the yeah. No, the other one. She definitely needs to start with the other one. You know, reading is really, really important. It's not like only read like prescribed academic material, you know. There's so many interesting things out there in the world, and I mean, so many different cultures and languages and opinions and beliefs and religions that are so different from yours. And for you to say that one of the things that are not really under your radar to become a better person is not reading is really concerning. So here's a book. Like you watched the series, right? Oh, you liked it, and the book is even better. So no, it's like my gift for you. Take it. Please do read it. You're like, I mean, if I'm your role model, then I definitely read a lot of things. So you need to read it. Okay, it was great seeing you. Happy New Year. Hey Stripes! I hope you're good. I hope you're doing well. If this is your first time on this channel, my name is Nita Bastole, also known as Zebra. on all my social media platforms. Thank you for tuning into this video. Thank you for watching. It's very exciting for me to film this because I am a major bookworm ever since I don't know when. I always love to read, and to introduce this part of myself on my channel is very exciting because I will be recommending books for you scribes to read in 2023 or whenever you want to, in the month of January, month of February, month of March, I don't know. But for now, I'm just going to share some of my favorite, life-changing, really entertaining or fun books that I've read in the past, and hopefully they give that to you as well.
I have never met anybody who did exceptional things in their life who had not at some point endured exceptional crushing.
So the first section is spiritual read. I label this spiritual reads because one of the other books is not necessarily Christian based, as I am a Christian, of course. It's a spiritual book that looks at the power of manifestation and speaking things into the universe. The first book is Woman Evolved by Sarah Jakes Roberts. It will appear here. If you don't know who Sarah Jakes Roberts is, she is a New York Times bestselling author. She is a pastor. She is a motivational speaker. She is the daughter of Bishop T.D. Jakes, and she is so powerful. I always watch her sermons, and recently I've read her book for the whole of 2022, I think, or for the second half. For most of 2022, I was reading Woman Evolved. A really powerful book, and it really opened my eyes in terms of my relationship with God and how I just view myself a lot as a woman and my journey through the world and through my purpose and through what I've been called to do, basically. In this book, she shares her experiences of being pregnant at 13, how that and so many other challenges led to who she is today. And she basically does this a lot by having like a main frame of using Eve as the main theme of the book. Who, to be quite honest, before I read this book and saw her in the slides, I always thought of Eve as one of the biggest reasons of why we live in such a gruesome and terrible world, especially as women. But as I read this book, I realized that, wow, Eve is a really powerful figure in the Bible, and we really don't acknowledge her a lot as we acknowledge women like Esther, women like Mary, as well as other women. If you really want to change your life and build your faith and really just find out what your purpose is in earth, then Woman Evolved is the book for you. The second spiritual read, the one that I was talking about manifestation, speaking things into the universe, truly being aligned with your guides and just seeing the signs of who you're supposed to be, is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. To be quite honest, when I first downloaded this book, I was in high school. I tried reading it and I was so bored, so bored. I didn't even make it past the first chapter. That's how bad it was. So a few years passed by and I was home waiting to be admitted into the university for my first year, and I was like, I need something that will revive my spirit, that will give me motivation, that will encourage me and show me or prove to me that having a mind that has so big an imagination and so big of dreams and visions and plans and goals is not something to be ashamed of. And then God led me to The Alchemist. When I started reading The Alchemist, I could not stop reading this book. It is so good, and at first, of course, you probably won't understand it and you'll be like, what in the gibberish is this? But as you continue reading it, then it is so mind-blowing, it is so life-changing. I think I've read it twice now in a space of a year. That's how good this book is. Not only is it a form of guidance of the spirit, it also builds your motivation, it builds your faith, it builds your hope. It shows you that anything you put your mind to is possible. If you are a fan of books like The Secret, then The Alchemist, in my personal opinion, is even better.
Oh my God, Mom.
Self-help reads, I decided to put in 101 essays that will change the way you think by Brianna West. It is a completely beautiful book. I'm still reading it, and it is truly filled with 101 different essays about different topics, a huge range of different topics. When I started reading it, I actually found that it's really, really interesting, and it really does open up your mind to other opinions outside of yourself, to other views, to other cultures, to other in different ways and in different topics. Like, it really is a really good book. And if you're not big on self-improvement and self-help books, and you think oh, I don't really like those kind of books because they don't help me in any way, 101 Essays to Change the Way You Think is different. Of course, it is a self-help, self-improvement book, but it is different in the sense that if you don't relate to a topic, if you're not into that, get your ass up, stop being lazy, you're the only one holding yourself back from your dream, that type of vibe, then this book is not it, because it doesn't only help you get up from sleep and truly work towards your dream. It also helps you to see your toxic habits, your toxic traits, things that you need to change, things that you can build, things that you are ashamed about but are actually some of the good things about who you are. Topics on self-image, topics on religion, topics on romantic relationships, topics on platonic relationships, topics on money, topics on there's every type of topic. And the cool thing is that if you don't relate to a specific essay, there are 100 other essays with 100 other different topics that you can read and dive deeper into if you don't relate to a specific topic. Biography and memoir reads, I only have one recommendation for now, and that is My Body by Emily Ratajkowski. Well, they call her M. Rata, I think. To be quite honest, before I picked up this book and finished it, I had the misconception and the assumption that everyone else has when it comes to supermodel or extremely beautiful women. Some of them are a little bit bland or boring. But when I read My Body, it really gave me an awareness about a part of the experience of a woman that I haven't necessarily experienced to the degree that she has. She dives deeper into how her body has always been used as a commodity, whether financial or in other means, ever since she was a baby, even by her own parents. So it's a really interesting book, and it's really eye-opening in the sense that you get to realize that not everything is as it seems. You see this extremely beautiful woman and with a very beautiful body, and you think that, oh, I'm sure her life is easy, she gets all she wants, she's rich, she's famous, what possibly could be wrong? But there's a lot of weird things in Hollywood. She also dives into that and into the world of supermodels, as well as her different experiences with sexual assault and rape and all those things. And for my friends who are not really into biographies, self-improvement, as well as spiritual books, there is always the option of fictional books, and I will recommend 3 books. The first one is The Cover Story by Lucy Foley. If you are a fan of the Netflix docuseries Finding Anna, as well as the Tinder Swindler, that type of vibe, people who basically use multiple identities to scam different people, then this book is definitely very interesting, and this book is definitely for you. Basically, in this book, there's a character who, she kind of is the main character, and she is asked by the police to act as an intern in this specific company where she is supposed to develop a friendship with this lady who is basically Anna in this situation and a major scammer. But as the story goes on, the story twists in a very significant way that the scammer scams us, the readers. Another one is The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. In this one, basically a woman who lives in the United States, she comes from a background where they don't necessarily have a lot of money in her family, and she's left with her brother, I think older brother, I'm not sure. So then the brother lives in Paris and she lives in the States. So then they talk sometimes, but not always, when she doesn't hear from her brother in a while they actually had talked about her traveling to like Paris, where he lives in an apartment. She starts to get like really worried and she arrives and starts to investigate the whole thing. So then when she gets there, she finds that her brother isn't there, and there's a lot of like weird things about the place he stays at. And she starts to investigate, and a lot of things unfold, things like human trafficking, things like weird like stuff that rich people do. A lot of weird things start to unfold. So if you are a murder mystery fan, then this is the one for you. My last recommendation for fictional reads is One Italian Summer by Rebecca Searle. So One Italian Summer is basically this woman who has recently lost her mother, and I think her mother was sick or something. So then she decides, with her marriage crumbling as well, she decides that I'm going to take a trip to Italy, of which her mother also took when she was younger, and they had actually planned to go together before the mother died. So then she experiences everything her mother experienced while she was there. She basically goes back in time, like to the time her mother was there, like years ago when she was like a baby. And she basically goes through the ups and downs and actually meets the younger version of her mom and befriends her, and just a lot of things go on. She begins to appreciate everything she has in the future, and she fixes her marriage and all those things. It's not boring, I promise. It's very refreshing, because you literally feel like I'm actually in Italy. So it is really no excuse for you to say you're bored in 2023 when there's so many beautiful gems, such as these gems here and the ones that I recommended, and so many more that I'm still yet to recommend, and books that are out there. You could have a book that has been sitting on your table for like a long time and collecting dust, and you're still postponing on when you're gonna read it. Read that book. Pick up that book and read it. But otherwise, if you really like this content, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. Until